Good afternoon. Um, Growing up, I always loved a lot of childhood stories, and one of my favorite childhood stories is Charlotte's Web. And it's about this family. They have a bunch of piglets, and one of the little piglets is kind of small. So the dad of the family is going to kill the little piglet. But the little girl, she begged the dad to spare the piglet's life, and so he reluctantly did. And she named the piglet Wilbur, and she took care of Wilbur. And when he got bigger, the dad of the family decided to sell him to a farmer that lived down the road. And he put Wilbur in a barn. And while Wilbur was there, he made a lot of friends. And one friend was a very special friend. Her name was Charlotte, and she was a spider. Wilbur, he had become content living in the barn with all his friends and his special friend Charlotte, until he heard one day that the farmer and his family was fattening up Wilbur for Christmas dinner. Of course, Wilbur was very sad, and he told his friends, and they were very sad. And Charlotte, she was determined to find a way to spare Wilbur's life. So what she did, she started weaving words into her web, and to draw attention to Wilbur. Well, a few people came by and they saw the web, and they started noticing that the words were about Wilbur, and word got around. And so the farmer, he decided to take Wilbur to the county fair. He got a lot of blue ribbons, and then Wilbur had become kind of like sort of a celebrity because of the words that Charlotte was weaving into the web. And so the farmer, he decided to spare Wilbur's life because had become famous. And Wilbur, he told Charlotte that the farmer was not going to kill him, and they all were all happy about it. And life was good for a while. But then one day, Wilbur noticed Charlotte, the spider friend. He noticed she had become pale, and he told her. He said, "Charlotte, something's wrong with you." And she told him. She says, "Wilbur, I'm dying." Wilbur, he was heartbroken, and she told Wilbur. She said, "I want you to promise me that you'll take care of all my babies." And Wilbur, he promised her he would take care of all her little babies. And so Charlotte, she passed away, and that was a sad part of the story for me as a little girl, but it was heartwarming too because he had such a special friend. And anyway, let's see. Okay, this story was written by E.B. White, according to the third book of junior authors and illustrators, and the source came from Britannica.com. E.B. White was the writer of Charlotte's Web. He was born July 11th, 1899, in Mount Vernon, New York, and he died October the 1st, 1985. He was a writer for the New Yorker magazine. He remained with the weekly magazine for the rest of his career. He also wrote poems, cartoons, captions, and brief sketches for the magazines. And that was one of my favorite stories, and I hope that you enjoyed the story too. Thank you.